Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was really cool opportunity, especially for me to go out there and play alongside of him. Being that we had that last game together last year, it was pretty cool to experience that moment. But I think he did a fantastic job. I think he's doing a fantastic job every day at camp, making plays, commanding the offense. He's a great quarterback, and he's showing you guys that.
I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, so I apologize. But the benefit of being here for an entire offseason versus coming in as late as you did last year. Can you explain?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me is the playbook, right? And understanding what you're doing, and that just enables you to play that much faster. So being that I got an entire offseason here, OTAs, training camp, and learning the playbook day by day, and kind of that process slows down a little bit, but it enables you to play even faster on the field. I would say that's the biggest difference for me, and just being comfortable out here, not worrying about what split I'm in, what I'm doing, knowing exactly where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be there, and making plays.
Was that running through your mind last year?
Oh yeah, for sure. Every day coming out here, it was kind of a surprise. A surprise of what's going to be next. But you know exactly what's going to be next now, and that enables me to play that much faster.
You put video up of you now versus, you know, last September. Would it look a lot different?
A lot different. I'm a completely different player than I was last year, mentally and physically. I feel like, and I feel like that tape would look completely different.
Are there things that when you first got here that you look back on now that you kind of laugh about your understanding of it a year ago?
Not really. It's just the involvement you have as a player, and the progress that you continue to have from the work that you put in. I feel like from 365 days ago to now, I'm a completely different player because of the work I put in, and the things I've learned over the last year, and those have enabled me to enhance my game, and yes, so I feel like I'm a completely different player from last year, and I'm looking to showcase that every single day.
And with that, there has to be a trust between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Can you talk about the growth that you felt with Jalen?
Yeah, night and day, to be honest with you. Last year, coming in when I did, it's really hard for you to kind of simulate that timing on the field, because I was kind of thrown right into the fire from day one, and it was kind of like, all right, go out here and plug and play. And as a quarterback, you don't know when a guy is going to be there because you don't know his speed. You can't adjust that of just someone plugging and playing. But those reps that I've had with him during the off season, whether here or wherever, it's enabled him to know where I'm going to be in certain routes, and it's built our trust over that time.
How did you spend away from him here in the offseason?
What was that?
Did you spend time away with him away from here in the offseason?
Yeah, I was with him down in Houston for a couple of weeks. We were working out, having throwing sessions about every week. So that was good to build the trust and the connection.
When you and Jalen were in Houston, how much confidence did you gain just from spending, just that extra time with him and seeing how Jalen processes everything?
Yeah, a lot. Just because I can kind of talk through things with him, talk through certain routes with him, understand where he wants me to be. Sometimes, it's not the same for every quarterback. So, understanding what he's looking at and where he wants me to be on the field at certain points, it's translating here in training camp. So, I feel like it paid off for sure, and it was good to get those reps in.
How vocal is he about how he wants a route run or the intricacies of it?
Extremely, because he wants to succeed. He doesn't want a drop off. I feel like going back to last year when we played Tampa Bay and Smitty and AJ were out, and it was kind of me out there. We didn't have that connection. We didn't. It was I think 3 weeks that I had been throwing with them. So just when those opportunities come, whether those two, someone's not practicing or someone's not playing, feeling like there's no drop off, so that he's comfortable with me, and I'm comfortable with him.
that timing more important when you are like the primary read for Jalen, or when you're like a secondary, tertiary read for him?
Both. It's both because I'm going to be in every position. So whether I am the first read or the fourth read, knowing that timing, whether he's working the front side or he's working his footwork to get all the way backside on a route, knowing where I'm supposed to be and when I'm supposed to be there is huge. It's huge for the quarterback, and it's big for me just knowing how much time I have to win my route. And building that over time is big.
Does that carry over to off schedule too?
Yeah, for sure. Now that kind of stuff you have to really work during these practices when you get the chance to. It's kind of hard to simulate that, obviously, when you don't have players on the field. But yeah, that stuff we're kind of working day to day.
You did return some punts, obviously. You did at Penn State. If you were to be a punt returner again at this level, what do you think you provide?
Big playability. I feel like that's what I provided my time at Penn State. Any chance I get to have the ball in my hands, I feel like I can make a play. So that'd be a pretty cool opportunity for me. I was kind of pushing that narrative a little bit last year. So yeah, hopefully I get those opportunities, and if they do come.
How natural is it for you just to return kicks?
Returning punts is pretty natural for me. I did it all 4 years while I was in college. So yeah, it's pretty natural.
Thank you.